These two teams really have been dominating English League handball and English Cup handball over the last 5 to 10 years. Here they are in a brand new competition in the British and Irish League, where these two sides will be looking to make history and book their place in the very first final against Dublin International. Now Warrington Wolves, a team who are basically in transition at the moment. They have a lot of young players coming through over the last year or so. Their under-19s team won the national championship last month, and there are many of those players actually featuring today, and I think that says a lot about the way this team is developing youth. Very, very capable players, so despite their young age, and they're going to give this slightly more experienced London GD side a bit of a test. London GD are the league and cup champions in England this year, but their tough schedule has pretty much caught up with them, I think it's fair to say. They were in the British Championship a couple of weeks ago, where they lost the semi-final to a young Livingston side in Scotland. And again, they haven't brought their absolute top squad with them here this weekend, but still a very capable bunch. With the boys in the blue shirts and black shorts, it looks like they're going to start this semi-final attacking from right to left on your screens, and it will be Warrington Wolves defending at the beginning in the black and red stripes. And Jordi Sajoncha, one of the few first team players, a very experienced player who is a staple in this London GD side, winning the league and cup this season. He starts in the middle. New Patrick Gunther, number 48, the right back, but it's an empty switch as this left back goes in as a second line at the beginning here for London GD. And here's Sajoncha being held up by the Warrington Wolves defense and Rafik Tarahui. Very strong, capable center block here for Warrington, who begin with a 5-1 defense with Tarahui out in front, and you can see the aggression as well. They're not going to give these boys an inch in attack all day today. Behind him is Yabila Collins. He's one of the under-19 players, and he's an absolute beast, big guy, and he does get a bit of a block in on that shot, which is saved by Jolt Deak. And a chance now, after a good defense for Warrington, to get us going here in attack. Look for the first score of this game. Very aggressive defense from London GD as well. And the first shot for Warrington is saved, goes out over the sideline. First shot saved there by Clement Baudot. You see almost a 4-2 defense here from London GD earlier on. Pushing out on who they feel are the most dangerous players as that pass over the top goes to nobody, and as Patrick Gunther takes it away. Good transition defense though by Warrington Wolves to come back and give away the free. It's a yellow card as well. That won't bother Nick Tan too much. Good covering from him. But no goals here in the opening 2 minutes of play in the second semi-final of the British and Irish League. London GD in attack. Sajoncha switches. Gunther tries to play it inside, almost loses it there. And they go again, tries to find the line to Laszlo Kuhn. The ball is no good, and Tarahui takes it away, bounces one too many times. Should have played that ball earlier. And in the end, it's a London GD possession and a fast break down the left-hand side. Chance for the first goal of the game, and it's just a good stop by Jolt Deak. Much like we saw in the first semi-final. The goalkeeper's on top in these opening stages. Took us a few minutes to get our first goal in that game. Same case here, ball out to the right wing, shot comes in, save again. Clement Baudot and his counterpart, Jolt Deak, having a good start to the game between the posts. Both sides rushing their attack a tiny bit. Sajoncha. It's Aaron Bradley in left back, also a centre player, but he's starting in the left back position today. He plays it out to Gunther. Gunther has space in the wing to play it out to. He does eventually get it out there. But no space for the shot. And Hugo Saley just going again. Ball into the centre there, into the line is almost good, but just pops away from the defender. Nick Tan plays it out to the left-hand side. Tarahui out to the wing. That's good handball, and that's a nice finish for the first goal of the game. And it's Jacob Maxted, who puts it away from the left wing. Much better from Warrington, moving the ball quickly, not messing around with it. And Jacob Maxted makes it 1-0. And then GD now. Haven't had too much luck in these early attacks. They're running into a lot of trouble in this big Warrington defense. Good movement there though, and the shot from Patrick Gunther takes out a bird. But he was fouled on the way through. Gunther into the centre. Sidoncha goes alone, 1 against 1 in the defense. He tries to find a way through, but he's held up. You can see a lot of the attacking play is going to come through Jordi Sidoncha today. Going to need him to be at his absolute best. We've also got Jordi Ferrer, another very capable centre player, on the bench as London GD earn themselves their first penalty of the day. And Jack Booth, part of that under-19 National Cup winning side for Warrington, goes in between the posts to face this penalty. One fake, and finally finds a way just past Jack Booth. And now London GD, you're off the mark. Very aggressive defense. Nice ball into the line to Yabila Collins, and Yabila Collins puts it away for a 2-1 lead. And that's the danger. As the London GD side face in defending like that, there's going to be a lot of open space once Warrington can get the ball moving. Gunther, Sidoncha, Bradley goes alone, plays it inside now to Sidoncha. He drifts out to the left-hand side. Winger comes around, eventually gets the shot off, but it's wide to the right. And the keeper. Tries to find the line again, eventually gets his way out to the right wing. Not the fluid attacking play that Warrington will be looking for. See there, London GD will do anything to disrupt it, and so far they've done a good job of it. Nice spin there, and ball into the line to Collins. Eventually gets through, but he's fouled before he can get his hands on it. So a pretty scrappy opening few minutes here in this second semi-final. Jacob Maxted is the man London GD are focusing on here in defence. Being pushed out to the halfway line. Man marking, ball out to the left-hand side now. Cuts back inside, the space out on the left, but they moved them all. Ball out, there you go, the space on the left now for Maxted. He gets his hands on it, the shot straight at the keeper. Good save by Clement Baudot. Space on the right wing, but they've left the ball behind. It's unfortunate there. Down the other end, Warrington Wolves so quick on the counter-attack, and they open up a 3-1 lead. It's all happening down the wings. This time it's Ryan Thomas. Good counter-attacking stuff there. After Martin Vanegay basically just left the ball behind him, he forgot it. Trying to push that counter-attack too much alone, and they were punished for it. After 7 minutes of play here, it's Warrington Wolves 3, London GD 1. Sidoncha calls his line player out to help. Tries to find him, he does eventually find him, but the foul was called. And the defending by Rafiq Tarhoui has been exceptional so far. It's giving Sidoncha no chance to breathe. Almost steals the ball there. Sidoncha plays it off to Bradley. Gunther on the ball now, runs into traffic. He gets a shot off though, and it's blocked. Corner throw. Space down the right side if he went for it, but he cut back in. And that shot was always going to be a difficult one. Sidoncha. Gunther now. Got space to run into if he fancies it, but he plays it off. Playing very deep It's London GD side, and the hand is up for passive play. In-flight attempt there, quite audacious. Doesn't work out for them. Maybe a sign of desperation, if anything, in this early stage. 8 minutes played, just 1 goal for London GD. Nice ball out there to the left wing, and that's just snuck its way through. A shot by Jacob Maxted, almost saved by Clement Baudot. But beautiful handball, nice interplay on the left-hand side by Warrington Wolves. And they've now opened up a 4-1 lead. Plenty for London GD and their coach Thomas Zaboy to think about. Interestingly enough, both coaches today find their arms in slings. Chris McDermott, who's the Warrington coach, he had a shoulder surgery on Monday after suffering a few too many dislocations. He's a London 2012 Olympian for Great Britain, and coaching this Warrington side now, taking over from Bill Bailey, who's focusing on the youth at the moment. Shot in, long-range shot by Patrick Gunther. I think he's a bit lucky there to get the corner throw. But our Scottish referees, Brian Bartlett and Alan Stokes, 2 referees who also featured in the 2012 Olympics. They're the British representatives. In the middle, as you can see, Jordi Ferrez come into the game now. Jordi Ferrer-Torres playing at left back at the moment, as Aaron Bradley is in the centre. Here he is, Ferrer plays the ball out to the left-hand side. There's no space there for the shot for the wing, and the referees give the ball back to Warrington. Strong defence again. Not having to put in a huge amount of effort there, but they're just doing the right things easily. Turn into the centre, ball out to the right wing. So much space to work with for Ryan Thomas. And he opens up a 5-1 lead after 10 minutes of handball here. You can see it's a dangerous time for London GD. Bradley tries to find a way through. He's tripped by Tarui, who claims it was an accident. Jordi Ferrer into Bradley. Gunther bringing Siley into play on the right wing. The right hand in the right wing, a tricky position. Just like Dublin International, rather. Had no left-handers to play with. They still managed to get that nice victory over Dublin City handball earlier on this afternoon. Ball out to the right wing there. He keeps it in play. Didn't fancy the shot. The arm is up for passive play. Gunther shoots it straight at the defence, but inside defending cold against Yabila Collins. Jordi Ferrer now goes 1 against 1. He plays it out to the wing, cuts back inside, then tries to go alone, runs into traffic, and strong defending by Ryan Thomas. This Warrington defence giving London GD nightmares at the moment. Jordi Ferrer with a long-range shot, and he finds the back of the net, and that was desperately needed by London GD. Cuts the deficit to 5-2. It's a struggle for them. Nick Tan now plays it out to the right-hand side. Space again for Thomas. He cuts in, plays it off, and is it stolen? Almost stolen, but good recovery in the end. Kept in play. We go again, and the shot comes in by Jacob Maxted. After he goes 1 against 1, had no real right to do that, but backed his own power and got past the man. And fired it in for a 4-goal lead once again. Gunther into Bradley. And Ferrer, and you can see they're attacking from so deep here. As soon as they decide to come near that 9-metre area, Rafik Tarui is out to get them. Shot comes in eventually and finds a top right-hand corner. That's a nice finish. Nicely played by Martin Vanegay. It came in from the left wing. Haven't seen too much action before that, but shown there that he's very capable of shooting from the backcourt. Tarui lays it off to Toby Venables. Venables, Nick Tan, back to Venables, space in the wing. The ball is out there to the left wing. Nice handball again. Good save though. This time the keeper's equal to it, but Bradley can't get to the ball. out to the right-hand side. So much space there worked, and that's excellent. They make it look too easy. Ryan Thomas with another goal. And this 5-1 defense from London GD is just giving too much space for the wings. And after 13 and a half minutes, it's a 7-3 lead for Warrington Wolves. They haven't beaten London GD yet this season. As I mentioned before, London GD League and Cup champions this year. They haven't got their absolute full squad with them today. After playing the National Cup final and the British Cup, and now this, the British and Irish League, in quick succession. Jordi Ferrer plays it off to the centre. Bradley shoots and scores. Much better, Aaron Bradley. Down the other end, immediate response into that top left-hand corner by Jacob Maxen. Wasting absolutely no time in that counter-attack, and that's what Warrington are just so dangerous at. Even if they concede a goal, they're right down the other end immediately, giving this London GD team no time to breathe. It's all about transition defence then, and I'm sure Dublin International will be taking notes here, realising they're going to have to do a lot of running tomorrow, no matter what happens. And as I was saying before, London GD League and Cup champions this season. These sides have met 3 times this season, been all very close games. London GD won the National Cup semi-final by 2 goals, 25-23. And earlier on in the season, 2 league victories by a single goal over Warrington. So Warrington dealing with their bogey team here, it has to be said, but they're dealing with them extremely well, at least in this opening quarter anyway. As we approach the 15-minute mark of this British and Irish League semi-final, it's Warrington Wolves 8, London GD 4. Gunther should have played it himself there, but he runs straight into Rafiq Tarahu. He gives him the ball and he puts it away for a 9-4 lead. The space was there for Patrick Gunther to run into. He felt he needed to play the ball and was caught in between 2 minds. Before he knew it, Tarahui had gone down the other end and opened up a 5-goal lead. Bradley in the centre, Gunther into Bradley, line switch with Sidonchi, who's gone in on the line now, not playing in the centre-back position. That's much, much better by Patrick Gunther. Backed himself on that occasion and showed he's got a pretty good left arm on him. He's a very tall man. Clearly capable of shooting from the backcourt. I'll have to show that now. There's Warrington now taking their time in attack. They set up their plays nicely. Tarhui goes out to the right-hand side. Space there for the shot, and it's Toby Venables. He puts it away, doing well from the right-back position. Mostly being the man giving assists out to right wing, Ryan Thomas. The right-hander, Toby Venables, doing well. I've also got Sebi Hesk, number 25 on the bench. Also a very capable right-back player, if he's needed. Jordi Ferrer, 1 against 1. Does he get the ball off? No, he shoots eventually, but the referee's called a foul. Need to keep the ball moving, going 1 against 1. It's these boys. It's going to lead for a tough remaining 45 minutes or so. Ferrer tries to find some space, plays it off to Gunther. He's got space to shoot. He shoots right down the middle. Good stop by Jean Dayak. Tarhui tries to go alone and he runs into trouble there. And eventually, a double dribble call given by the referees. Tarhui wouldn't get rid of the ball, wouldn't give it back, and he's earned himself a 2-minute suspension. And all due to him just not passing the ball. And a bit of tunnel vision there, I think. If he looked up, he would have seen a plethora of teammates barreling down the court to support him. And that's one thing you can count on with the Warrington Wolves, is that they're always going to be there in numbers. So now a chance, a 1-man advantage for London GD. Ball out to the left wing, no space for the shot though. They have to keep it moving. There's space there eventually if they keep the ball moving. Gunther takes a shot and he scores. Two in quick succession for Patrick Gunther, really letting that left arm roam free now, and he's delivered 2 goals with it. Warrington, 1 man down. Got to try and kill the 2-minute suspension here. Nick Tan was 1 against 1, ball out to the right wing. Played off eventually by Sebi Hesk, but lost it. Ball out to the left wing isn't a great one, eventually gets to the man. Jordi Ferrer has a look up, goes 1 against 1, plays it out to the left wing, shot in, and it's easily saved by Jolteak. Rebound. Ferrer over the head of the keeper, but it's wide to the right. And so far, so good for Warrington Wolves. Killing this penalty well. Recycle there with Sebi Hesk into the middle. Nick Tan runs into trouble, breaks free, gets a shot off, but too many steps taken. Sidoncha has a look up, plays it out to Aaron Bradley, but the pass isn't great. Jordi Ferrer now into Bradley. Bradley steps up. He takes, oh, he could have taken a shot immediately. Decided to go 1 against 1. Earns himself a free throw. And he looked up and he could have taken that shot. Jordi Ferrer. Looks like he took a couple of more steps than he needed to there, but he gets the ball into the back of the net. Jordi Ferrer having a very positive impact after coming on. And he cuts the gap down to 4 goals. It's 10-6 after 19 minutes of this second semi-final. Nick Tan in the centre, having a good game so far, dictating the play well. Tarhui in on the line now. Ball out to the left-hand side, nice play, and it doesn't go over the line. Good save. Now Clement Bordeaux. Going to need more from him. Gunther could have passed it off to the wing, but he goes alone, runs into trouble. Lucky to get a free throw out of it. So much space in the right wing there. Maybe didn't trust this winger enough. Always difficult when you got a right-hander on that right wing. There he definitely had enough space to run into if he was given the ball. Gunther into Ferrer. Patrick Gunther again. He runs into Tarui. You can see Jordi Ferrer wants to give him the space to shoot. It's all about Gunther at the moment. Ball into Ferrer. He has a look up, tries to break free, runs into BIHL Collins though. He just needs to stand there and stop him. Good covering of the position there by Collins. He's in the centre now, he's looking for the block, and again, BIHL Collins does well. Holding his ground very, very well, very strong. Hand is now up for passive play. Shot's going to have to come in by Gunther. He tries to find the line. There's nobody home though. Mustarahui takes it away. Another fast break chance for him, and he puts it away. And it's a 5-goal lead for Rafik Tarui. We've played 21 minutes here, and it's an 11-6 lead to Warrington, and they're good value for it. Open up that lead early on, and they've been tested in the last few minutes by London GD. They've passed the test with flying colours. Now another chance for Tarhui, another fast break. He can't get his hands on it though. The double dribble called against him. A let off there for London GD. The ball is called back. They have settled a bit better in the last 10 minutes or so, London GD. There's still a huge gap between these two sides. They're trying to mix it up as much as possible. Martin Vanegay now in at left back. We saw earlier on that he's capable of shooting from the backcourt. Sidoncha in the centre now in at the line. The movement is good, but it's not quite incisive enough. Jody Ferrer plays it out to the wing. Is there space for the shot? There is space for the shot, but it's straight at the keeper. Jolteac makes an easy stop. Warrington take it away. Cuts inside, shot comes in with the left arm. It's over the top by Ryan Thomas. Ferrer now plays out to the left-hand side. A space for the shot for Vanagan. He puts it in the left-hand side. That's much better. Nice setup by Jordy Ferrer. Martin Vanagan puts it away, but you can see in the likes of Jordy Ferrer and a few of these London GD players, they're feeling these opening 22 minutes. Difficult to see them lasting the entire 60. They'll have to rotate the bench as much as possible. It's Nick Tan in the centre. Plays it out to the right-hand side. Cut back inside by Venables. Tarhu is waiting there in the centre but had no support. Long-range shot in by Venables. Rebound taken by Thomas, and it's free throw. Nick Tan looking for a way to pick open this aggressive London G defense. Empty switch, second line player in there. Tarhu tries to break free. He does break free. Long range shot in, easily saved. Fast break opportunity. Nicely caught by Sidoncha, and Jordy Sidoncha cuts the deficit down to 3. See this London GD defense starting to have an effect on Warrington Wolves. Time for cool heads now for the Warrington boys. Ball out to the left wing, recycled. Strong defending there as well, but Nick Tan has worked his way through almost into the line. But it's intercepted. Another fast break chance now. And it's over the head of the keeper, but wide to the right. Glorious opportunity. And a 2-minute suspension for Hugo Saley. Hard to know what that was for. That was for some expletives. For hitting the wall after. Either way, his behaviour is not what these Scottish referees are expecting, and he's earned himself a 2-minute suspension. So not only a glorious chance to cut the gap down to 2 goals wasted, they're also a man down now for the next 2 minutes. Tarhui has space there. Shot is nicely stopped. An easy save though. Clement Baudot. And for all of the domination this Warrington side has enjoyed, or seemingly enjoyed, in its first half so far, London GD are still in here. Just 3 goals down, 11-8 down, and they have the ball. Ball is a nice one into Sidoncha, but it's wide over the top. Fast break chance, nice ball out to the left-hand side, and it's put away by Jacob Maxted. Put the ball in the boys' hands and he'll put it away for you. A fantastic first half so far, Maxted. And he's up in the gap now. The timeout called. So as I was saying, the seemingly dominating Warrington Wolves haven't quite put London GD away yet, and that is a dangerous thing with a very experienced side like London GD. If they can give themselves a chance coming into the last 10 minutes, if they can keep the game close, and by close you would even consider 4 or 5 goals close, then they will have a chance. And it looked like earlier on that Warrington Wolves were running away with it, and they still do have a fairly healthy lead. 4 goals isn't an awful lot though. And as we saw in the first game this afternoon, Dublin City fought back from 4 or 5 goals and had a glorious chance to cut the gap down to nothing in the final 10 minutes before Dublin International switch their heads back on. But at the pace this game is played at this level, the goals can come flying in. You can indeed get 4 or 5 goals in a 2-minute spell. I'm sure Coach Chris McDermott is just trying to keep the Warrington players' heads calm. Some cool heads there. They need calm, they need some composure to win this game. They know they have the skills. They know they're very capable of beating this London GD side. They need to keep it going for the remaining 5 minutes of this half and the 30 minutes in the second half. Sidoncha switches. Venegay, he tries to go 1-against-1. Runs into a Tarahui wall. The two brothers side by side in the defense there with Yabila Collins as well, and that's good defending. Collins that time with the interception. Ball out to the left-hand side. There's so much space to work with, and it's put away by Jacob Maxted. 2 in quick succession for him. That Warrington defense looking more and more imposing as time goes on with the addition of Samir Tarahui. He arrived a bit late, so he wasn't starting the game, but he's come in now, and he's a great addition in that right back position. And there he is defending there, ready to shove the man off the court.
Bravo, Marik!
Ball out to the right hand side to Sidoncha, and that's good defending as well by Toby Venables, looking small in comparison to some of his teammates there in the defensive wall, but also a very imposing player. And the hand is up for passive play now. Shot comes in as wide to the right. Scholteak gives it up to Venables. Venables has a look up, decides to slow things down. Venables again, Nick Tan, Tarahui.
I'm coming.
So after London GD's defence seemed to be doing the trick a while ago, now it's being torn apart, and Nick Tan completes a nice move after a sweet ball in, bounce pass by Rafiq Tarahui, finished off by Nick Tan. And as we approach the end of this first half, it's now a 6-goal lead. Just over 2.5 minutes left in this first half. London GD could desperately do with a couple of goals here. Sidoncha. Nice 1-2 there with Ferrer. Plays it out to the wing, but there's no space. They recycle it. Sidoncha again tries to find the line, but nobody's home. Fast break opportunity now off to Tarahui. He eventually gets his hands on the ball. Plays it, tries to play it inside, but it's blocked by Ferrer. Good transition defense there by London GD. Not the smoothest of fast breaks by Warrington, but they hold on to it. Venables goes 1-against-1, tries to break free. He does break free. Toby Venables opens up a 7-goal lead now, and it's looking really dangerous for London GD. They come right down the other end immediately, but the shot is straight at the keeper. The referees are happy with that defending. Tarahui has a look, plays it out to nobody. Takes too long on the ball. 3 seconds holding on to it, according to the referees, going by the letter of the law. And it's a London GD ball once again. You've Aaron Bradley started the game at left back, and now finds himself as a right wing. Really trying to do anything to cover that right wing position. London GD. Sidoncha plays a wild ball over the top, too high for Jordi Ferrer, and it's Rafiq Tarahui. He takes it on the fast break and he puts it away. I think that's his 4th fast break of the game. He's ready for any mistake that London GD makes. He's there, he's pouncing on it. I think he's been on 4 fast breaks, scored 3 of them. Now it's double scores, 16-8. Ball to Jordi Ferrer. He goes 1-against-1, plays it out to Bradley on the wing. Bradley with a shot, and that's a nice finish. And well there, the young right-hander on the right wing. Ends a bit of a goal drought for London GD. Tan. Venables, Tan. Tarahui plays it off. Ball in the air. It always looks like an in-flight attempt, but they weren't quite connecting there. The two players, no telepathic connection on that occasion. Shot comes in and saved by the keeper just before the buzzer. There's still time here for one last attack for Warrington. They don't need to rush. They've still got 4 seconds left. Now the shot has to come in by Cullen. Shot does come in. It's blocked down, and that is that for the first half of our second semi-final in the British and Irish Handball League. And after Warrington Wolves opened up a nice lead earlier on, London GD started to work their way back into the game, and it looked like they were going to cut the deficit down to a goal or two before a timeout was taken, and that really shifted the game back in the favour of Warrington Wolves, who have been brilliant on the fast breaks with Rafik Tarahui, Jacob Maxted and Ryan Thomas doing much of the damage in terms of goal scoring, but also the likes of Tony Venables and Nick Tan dictating the play well in the backcourt as well. Some nice saves as well by Jolt Deak. And that has all led to a halftime score of Warrington Wolves 16, London GD 9. At stake, of course, is a place in tomorrow's final against Dublin International, which will, of course, be live on the BBC Sport website. But for this game, we're going to take a break for about 10 minutes or so, and I hope you'll be back with me for the second half of Warrington Wolves and London GD. Welcome back to our coverage of our second semi-final at the British and Irish Handball League here in Manchester. And it's an all-English affair in this second semi-final, and it's going only one way so far, and that is the way of the Warrington Wolves, who have the ball and attacking from right to left on your screens at the beginning of the second half. They lead 16-9 against London GD in the blue shirts and black shorts, and adopting a very aggressive defense at the beginning here. Ball out to the right wing, and that's a good save to start. That's important for London GD, and another shot comes in, and good defending on that occasion. They're going to have to step up their defending and their attacking play, of course, from the very beginning here if they're going to cut the deficit, and that helps with the ball dropping out of play. Ryan Thomas leaving that one behind. And a very aggressive and very active start to this second half for London GD. They're out of the dressing rooms very early, ready to go. And that shot a bit rushed. And a let off for Warrington. Almost lose the ball there. It looks like they did, in fact, but the referees are happy to let play go on. Ball out to the left wing. It's recycled. Maciej Walczak there in the left wing now. Ryan Thomas goes 1 against 1, but he's given too many steps by the referee as he landed after taking 3 steps and jumping. Jordi Ferrer plays it out to the right. Ferrer again, he plays it out to the left. There's space on the wing there, but a cut back inside. Patrick Gunther with the long range shot wide to the left. Still no goal in the second half. Both London GD and Warrington coming out firing in the second half, but haven't found the back of the net yet. Venables to Nick Tan in the centre. Nick Tan plays it out to Thomas. He tries to cut back inside. Space on the wing if he fancied it there, but thought he was better off cutting inside. He gets the free throw. Yabila Collins on the ball, and he gets us going again. Nick Tan looking around for some space for someone to pass to. Tan again, goes 1 against 1, tries to find some space. He does find the space, he shoots, and he earns himself a penalty and a 2-minute suspension for London GD's Laszlo Kun. The arm around the neck of Nick Tan as he broke through there. Good work by the centre player. It's actually not a penalty, just a 2-minute suspension in fact. They continue with Tan, Tarui at left back, Venables at right back as they bring in the second line, 3 lines now in fact. Ball inside, that's a nice pass and a nice finish. Good handball there. They looked a bit lost for a moment, but they had 3 line players in there, but Toby Venables made the most of the space in the backcourt. He received it, broke through, and he makes it 17-9 in favour of Warrington Wolves. All over the top. We'll get going again with the second line player. Or 1 line player, in fact, because they are, of course, a man down after that 2-minute suspension. So they're playing 5-on-6 in attack. It looks like a 2-minute suspension has been given to Samir Tarui from Warrington Wolves. Overly aggressive defending there. And now we're 5-on-5 in attack. So a lot more space for London GD to play into, and they'll like this. They like to have a bit of space to work with, even if it is even 5-on-5. Ferrer out to the left. Cut back inside by Vanegay. Vanegay has a look around, but he's taking too much time in it. He earns himself a free throw, but needs to move that ball quicker. Because if you break free and find yourself in the centre like you do now, you've got the likes of Tarhui and Collins to deal with. It's not a very nice prospect. Quite a daunting task. Nice ball out to the left wing, and the fast break there, and it's another goal for Maciej Walczak. And we're back up to double scores. It's a 9-goal lead now for Warrington Wolves. And this game really getting away from London GD now. The League and Cup champions this year from England. And And they give that ball away, and they're just not playing like champions so far today. Warrington Wolves making them pay for every single mistake in attack. Olczyk brings the ball up into play. Venables in the centre now. And Thomas. Yabila Collins on the line there. Tarhui has a bit of space to work into. He takes a long range shot and he finds the back of the net. Didn't look very pretty, the build-up play. Then he just fancied himself, he went for it. And he fired it in past the keeper. Nice goal by Rafik Tarhui. He extends the lead to 10 goals. And we haven't even reached 5 minutes in this second half. London GD in real trouble here. Ball out to the right wing. It's a nice one by Jordi Ferrer, and it's put away. Much better. Olivier Zanet with the goal. Need a lot more of that. They did, of course, have the advantage of being a man up in that attack. Olczyk plays it inside. Nice ball in to Ryan Thomas. And Ryan Thomas puts it away every single time. Warrington Wolves attack. They seem to be finding the back of the net. There's very little Paul Larald in that London GD goal can do about it. He's trying his best, but he's not getting much help from his defense so far today. And Paul Larald, of course, the brother of Pierre Larald, who was playing for Dublin City in the first semi-final. So as it stands, they'll be going head-to-head in the bronze medal match tomorrow afternoon. All over the top. Olczyk. Space there for Tarhui. He tries to spin the keeper. He does spin the keeper, but it's kept out. Nice stop by Paul Larald. The spin shot was a wee bit obvious there by Tarhui. Not enough spin on it. But it's no bother really for Warrington Wolves. They're cruising at this stage. And Bradley, he's played just about everywhere so far for London GD. He's been in left back, been in the centre, been in the right wing. Now he's back in the centre back position. And here he is on the ball. He goes 1 against 1 and cuts out to the right hand side. Long range shot by Patrick Gunther. And Patrick Gunther scores his first of the second half. Needs to release that left arm more. Ryan Thomas down the other end, shot behind the back, but he's inside. Nice goal, but it won't count. And a 2-minute suspension given to Paul Larald. Difficult to say why he got it there. I don't know if it was for what he said to the referee. But referee Alan Stokes having none of it. So unsuspectingly, Clement Baudot has had to put his jersey back on. He'll go between the posts for the next 2 minutes at least. And it's moments like this that London GD can really ill afford. 9 goals down. Still a long way to go in this game. 9 goals, not an impossible task. You can't be giving away 2-minute suspensions like that. Bradley to Ferrer. Back into Bradley in the centre. 1 against 1 by Vanugay. Martin Vanugay cuts inside, plays it off to Bradley. He tries to find a way through. Good defending as well. It's such solid defensive line. These 3 men in the centre for Warrington doing a fantastic job, and also Toby Venables out there in the front causing real disruption. A fast break chance now, the ball over the top to Venables. He just about gets a hand to it and he scores. And it's 21-11, 10-goal lead once again for Warrington Wolves. And as soon as there's a sniff of a fast break, Warrington Wolves have at least 1 man flying down that court. By the time the ball is in the hands of the keeper, he's already at the halfway line. Ferrer to Bradley. Second line comes in, it comes off the foot of the defender. Just a free throw. Nothing more against Tarui. It wasn't intentional. If it was, the referee would have given a 2-minute suspension. Nice work there by Vanegay. He breaks through and he earns the penalty. Martin Vanegay usually plays as a left wing, but today needed a left back. They've got no real recognised left backs in the squad today, London GD, which is a real strange occurrence. Plenty of centre backs with Jordi Ferrer, Jordi Sidoncha, and Aaron Bradley, and a shot in there by Martin Vanegay. He puts away the penalty he won. The deficit down to 9 goals now, 21-12. 21 minutes left to play. Ryan Thomas now playing at right back. Sebi Hesk given a chance in the right wing. I'll check. Oh, could have played it across the court there, but he finds himself trapped. Loses the ball in a fast break chance now. And that's no angle for the shot whatsoever. Poor decision there, and there was support coming down the court, but Vanegay didn't see it. Sebi Hesk now, and he puts it wide to the left. Decent chance and a decent shot by Sebi Hesk. But it flies wide to the left. London GD get us going again. 10 minutes played in the second half. 20 minutes left. And a timeout called by London GD coach Thomas Zaboy. Well, it hasn't been the start of this second half that they would have expected or would have hoped for. Maybe they could have expected it, but London GD really came flying out of the blocks, full of good intention, but it just hasn't worked out for them. Struggle to find the back of the net, and they just are not able to do anything about the onslaught the Warrington Wolves are providing in attack. If you've just joined us, a quick reminder that this is the second of our semi-finals today at the British and Irish League. The first semi-final earlier on this afternoon was a very exciting game, a very tight game as well, which was won by Dublin International. They beat Dublin City Handball to book their spot in the very first final of the British and Irish League. We have had a British and Irish competition once upon a time. I think it was back in 2009 when London GD and Dublin International, as the two domestic champions, faced off in Dublin, which was an hour victory for London GD on that occasion. A very exciting game. It was more of an exhibition game then. Nothing has happened since then, and now finally this year we've been treated to the very first British and Irish League. A very good initiative, I think. Fantastic that we have it on the BBC Sport website, and hopefully the start of a nice competitive relationship between the top domestic clubs of both of these countries. Sidoncha plays it out to wing, but there's nobody home. Now we have Jack Bouvin now between the posts for Warrington Wolves. He was part of the under-19 team, which won the English Cup last month in impressive fashion against the North East Manchester Hawks. Empty switch there. Tony Venables has got space in the left to play it out to. He does eventually find the wing. That's a nice pass, and that's a nice finish. Almost saved by the keeper, but it's a goal for Maciej Walczek. Good handball by the Warrington boys, and they're completely relentless here. They're not slowing down whatsoever. That's exactly what you want to see. Particularly over a two-day tournament like this, it's important to take good momentum into the final tomorrow, should they make it. At the moment, still a long way to go, but it's looking pretty good for Warrington. Sidoncha switches with Bradley. He cuts back inside to the right-hand side, but he's held up by Toby Venables. They're not having much luck going one against this big and also very mobile defense of Warrington. Not just a big defense that stand there and wait for you to come at you. Very mobile, very happy to come out into contact. They back themselves at all times, and it's worked out perfectly for them so far today. Ball inside is a nice one, but there's almost connects, eventually finds its way out to the right wing. Shot comes in, and that's a good finish by Olivier Zanet. Wasn't quite what they intended, London GD, but it worked out in the end. They got a goal. Ryan Thomas down the other end immediately responds. Simple cut inside and a nice finish. Pass, Paul Arald. And as what I mentioned before, every single time London GD score, Warrington Wolves are down the other end immediately. It cancels out. Something that London GD cannot afford to concede. They're just making it look way too easy at the moment. And it's not because London GD aren't trying. It's just Warrington Wolves looking so good. And that's too many steps called against Martin Vanegay. He ran into trouble there. Was hoping space would open up in the left wing, and no such luck. Tarahui plays it off to Thomas. He drifts out, plays it back into Tarahui. He's on the right-hand side now. Cuts inside. Bit messy there by Warrington. But they reset in the space on the right-hand side. Finds the line though, and that's going to be a penalty and a 2-minute suspension, I think. Easy call for the referees to make. A bit of silly defending by Laszlo. I think that's his second 2-minute suspension of the game. Good attacking play there after looking like they were a bit lost for the moment. They settled back down and won themselves a penalty to be taken by Rafiq Tarahui, and he slots it into the left-hand side. And it's looking fairly dire now for London GD, in serious trouble of this game really getting out of hand. Renegade into Bradley. Sidoncha looking a bit lost there in the right back position. Just not his position. He is a centre back usually. Bradley out to the left hand side. Sidoncha plays it out to the wing. There's no room there whatsoever. They're really struggling now. London GD. Vanegay tries to go down the left-hand side, cuts back inside. Nobody to play with though. He goes, eventually finds Bradley, runs into two men, and it's strong defending again. Those two brothers in the middle, the Tarahui brothers. An absolute force to be reckoned with. And the hand is up for passive play now. They're running out of passes. They need to do something soon. The shot comes in as a good shot as well, but it comes off the crossbar. Warrington take it away. Venables, Thomas out to Sebi Hesk, and Sebi Hesk shoots it out the keeper's leg. Finds the back of the net, but it was off the deflection, and Sebi Hesk was already inside. Good stop by Paul Arald. Stood his ground well there. I think Sebi Hesk just needs to get himself a goal here. A very capable player in the backcourt as well as the wing. Bradley cuts inside. Almost loses it. Still London GD ball. Phil Sidoncha runs into the man mountain. Samir Tarahui. Long range shot is wide to the left, and that's what they're being restricted to here. Long range sidearm shots. And they are spectacular when they go in. But they're just not going in often enough. Venables out to the left wing, recycled, and that's good defending there by London GD. Very aggressive defending here, trying to disrupt any flowing play from Warrington. Ball over the top there is no good, almost stolen by Colas de Cozar. Oh, and that's a heavy challenge, and the goal goes in anyway. Patrick Gunther will get a bit of a telling off for that, but no more. Stigtan. 25-13. We're almost up to double scores again. It's fine when it's double scores at 8-4 or 10-5, but when you're up into the 20s, then you know you're in trouble. Patrick Gunther, the big left-hander, back in play, and he's done well when he's given a chance, and as soon as I say that, he gives the ball away, and Rafik Tarouhi comes away in the fast break and he fires it into the top left-hand corner. And now we are indeed on double scores once again, 26-13. 13 minutes left in this game. 13 goals the difference. And this commentator is saying with certainty that London GD will not be coming back from this. Sidoncha lays it off to Gunther. He's got space to move into. He takes a shot from long range, but it's blocked and it's saved by Jack Booth. Long ball over the top. Tarouhi did well to see the danger. And it looks like Sidoncha has hurt his shoulder there. Tarouhi swatted him away. Thankfully, it doesn't look too serious. He's not happy with it, but he was the one doing the tackling. We're still on the court. And we go again. Sorry, Nick Tan. Nick Tan plays it back inside. Venables, ball over the top to the left wing, but there's no space for the shot. Recycle, nice ball over the top to Nick Tan, almost connects. It looks like he's hurt his ankle there, landed awkwardly after a bit of contact with Carlos de Cozar. So they're all going down now. Just over 12 minutes left here. The important thing for Warrington Wolves, I think now, is to rotate the bench, give everyone a good bit of time, because you never know who's going to be needed in the final tomorrow. Something we saw last weekend at the highest, the very highest level at the BIHL CHF Final Four, final weekend of the Men's Champions League, where you had Montpellier winning the title. They used the entire squad throughout the weekend, and players who didn't have a great game on the Saturday absolutely shone on the Sunday, and some players such as Valentin Port, who was exceptional on the first day. Things just weren't working for him on the Sunday, but he had his teammates there. They all did their job, and they were the ones to deliver the victory on the second day. It really is a squad game, handball, particularly over final 4 weekends like this. We've got 2 games in 24 hours. Important to have a good squad, and that's going to be London GD's problem. It's their problem today, and it'll be their problem tomorrow as well. Whereas Warrington Wolves rotating the bench well. Giving plenty of players time to shine. We've seen Jacob Maxted now coming in, left back in defense. Haven't seen much of him in this second half, but the first half, absolutely exceptional on the wing. London GD persevering, 12 goals down, 11 minutes left here. Bradley plays it off to Ferrer. Gunther with the long range shot, blocked down by 2 men. Almost a bit too obvious there. Ball is deflected by Ferrer, goes back to Gunther. He has to get rid of it. He is fouled though. Oh, it's good vision by Ferrer, who's on the ball now. He plays it out to the wing. No space there. Good defending by Sebi Hesk. Bradley, Ferrer. Bradley in the centre, Gunther on the right now. Bradley finds the line with a beautiful pass, and it's almost saved by Jack Booth. But Laszlo Kuhn finds the back of the net. Excellent pass by Bradley. And one of the very few times in this game where that central block of Warrington has been torn apart like that. It's bound to happen at some point, but amazing that it hasn't happened for 50 minutes. Ball out to the left there, and it's a beautiful finish by Jacob Maxted. Said we haven't seen much of him in the second half, but as soon as he comes on his first settled attack, drops the shoulder, gets past the defender, and a smooth spin past the keeper. Gunther into Bradley. Ferrer. Bradley really settling into his role in the centre of the attack now, looking pretty confident. He finds the line there, almost found him in fact. Counter-attack opportunity now, and there's 4 Warrington players barrelling down the court. It ends up in the hands of number 20, Toby Venables. He puts it away, and it's a 2-minute suspension as well for Carlos de Coza. Silly defending there, but it didn't stop Toby Venables. Minutes left here. The second semi-final of the British and Irish League. It's all one-way traffic. It's looking pretty good for Chris McDermott's men. Bradley tries to find the line again. He forced it in a bit there. Referees are happy for play to go on. There's 5 players now waiting on the fast break. And eventually he finds it back in the net. Jacob Max said probably could have passed. He probably should have passed it there. He definitely could have. He had 3 men to go for. But he backed himself, and he'd be breathing a sigh of relief after finding the back of the net there. That's incredible. 5 men in the fast break. And we've been playing for over 50 minutes. It's absolutely non-stop, relentless, fast breaking. And it goes back to what I was saying about rotating the squad as well. Gunther to Bradley. Bradley, long range shot blocked down, and that's a corner throw. Defending by Samir Taroui in the center of defense there. Ball out to the wing, shot comes in and saved by Jack Booth. Done very well since coming in as well. The young goalkeeper. No real drop in performance in comparison with his teammate Jolt Dayak. Both goalkeepers having a fantastic game so far. But their defense certainly helping them out, it has to be said. Jacob Maxted now in the right back position. He's waiting for the ball, but the shot comes in and it's put away with aplomb by Rafiq Taroui. Making it look easy. Doing most of his work in the fast break in the first half, but he's getting to show off his backcourt shooting ability now in the second. And it's great to see the Warrington side just so focused in defense as well. They're in the final 7 minutes. They're up by 14. They're not slowing down here. They want to punish this London GD side. They've suffered so many close defeats so far this season. If they're out for revenge, you wouldn't know it because they've been so calm and composed. They only had a 5-minute spell in the first half where things were going slightly downhill, but they reacted so well there as we see a nice finish by Jordi Ferrer. Down the other end immediately comes Tony Venables, and a quick response, no more than 2 seconds after the last goal. Went into contact as well, but that didn't stop him. He didn't abort the mission, he kept going. And it's a 15-goal lead once again. 6 minutes left to play. Bradley, Gunther cuts inside, tries to find the line. He does eventually find the line. Back out to the wing. He was in immediate trouble as soon as he looked up. We saw Maciej Walczak ready to get him. He's not even one of the biggest guys, he's a winger. Oh, so hungry. They enjoy defending, these guys. You can see it. They enjoy the battle. The way they defend makes their attacking play so much easier as well. And so little need for their settled attack in the second half. The vast majority has been the fast break or second wave stuff. Non-stop movement and attack by Warrington Wolves, and we can see it again there, the space down the right hand side, but they keep it slow. Maxted held up. They rotate this squad a bit more. They bring in Michael Korf on the line. And Sebi Hesk is now at right back. Michael Korf actually on the right wing, sorry. And he takes too many steps there. Sebi Hesk. That's Rock Saya, who's been given a chance in attack on the line for Warrington. So pretty much the whole bench being used at this stage. Rafik Tarhoui breaks free and he scores again. He's having an absolute field day, fast-breaking Rafik Tarhoui. What amazes me is we haven't even seen Nabila Collins play for the vast majority of the second half. He just hasn't been needed. The quality simply hasn't dropped for Warrington, and as they've rotated this squad, all very capable players, and that's with them missing a couple of players as well. They have some very impressive players who are training with the British under-20 squad today and may be available for the final tomorrow. And if they are, we'll talk a bit more about them tomorrow. Rest assured, the likes of Nate Green, Ed Irving, very good players. Very, very strong players who had a big part to play in the under-19 success last month. Very capable senior players as well. And London GD got a bit of space to work with here. And they run into trouble again. Keep going down the middle. I was hoping for something to happen. And it is not happening today. Not against the likes of Samir Tarhoui. Ferrer now on the right back. Sidoncha in the middle. Ferrer goes alone. Tries to find the line, but it's stolen again. Another fast break opportunity. Tarhoui to Tarhoui, and a fast break is put away. Almost stopped by the keeper. Alde not enjoying this second half, and it's not his fault at all. Being given no chance, no defensive backup. That's because it's fast break after fast break. Sidoncha now switches with the wing. Vanegay with the shot and through the legs of Jack Booth. And we also see a 2-minute suspension for Sebi Hesk for holding. With Vanegay, he's popped up with these goals on occasion from the backcourt, and it makes you wonder why he isn't doing it more. He's been used in the backcourt as well in this game, but when he was there, it just wasn't opening up. He seems to prefer coming in from the wing. Nevertheless, a nice goal for him. With just over 2 minutes left to play here. 16-goal lead. Space on the right-hand side there, but the ball is just a bit too much on it. Jacob Maxted couldn't get his hands on it. London GD take it away. Vanegay now, who I was just talking about, plays it into the centre. Sidoncha out to the left wing. That's a nice pass and put away by Hugo Staley. London GD also giving it their all until the end. It's also good to see they haven't given up. They've kept going. They've persevered through the tough times. They've kept running into this brick wall of a Warrington defense. They come out the other end smiling. They have another game tomorrow, of course, against Dublin City in the bronze medal game. So something definitely to play for, as we see Rafik Tarhoui somehow get his hands on that ball. Another goal for him, and it's coming a big burst. The same in the first half. I don't have the stats to hand, but I think it's between him and Jacob Maxted when it comes to the most goals so far. I would give it just about to Rafik Tarhoui. Maxted had a fantastic game at both ends of the court, as we see that shot fly over the top. Jack Booth looking someone to play to. Lays it off to Venables. Maxted. Oh, he takes too many steps there. Caught between two minds there. Could have went for the shot. Played it over the top. And a fast break is put away. 2 goals in quick succession there for Hugo Staley. He's started out in the right wing and didn't fancy it at all there. Had no space to play with him. Playing as a right-hander was no fun for him. But on the left wing, having a pretty decent game. So we're into the final seconds of this second semi-final. Ball across to the right-hand side. Shot comes in. And that's the first goal of the game for Michael Corf. Nice pass across to him. And that is that. 60 minutes of handball in the second semi-final in the British and Irish League. And it is a comprehensive 35-19 victory for Warrington Wolves. And as the two teams exchange pleasantries and congratulate each other on what was a one-sided game, but as I said before, both sides really gave it their all, played very professionally until the end. There was a few dangerous moments in that first half for Warrington, but they dealt with that problem and they just kicked it up a couple of gears. We're going to hear now in a moment who is the player of the match. A couple of contenders, I would say. But I will let the experts decide, and it's Radu Miklas.
For Warrington Wolves, number 2,
Jacob Maxted receives the award from Radu Miklas, one of the two managing directors of this tournament. Very deserved award for Jacob Maxted. Maxted and many others could have won that. It was a real solid team performance all around. Dangerous from every position, Warrington Wolves. And it's going to be a treat to see them in action tomorrow in our British and Irish League final when they take on Dublin International. But we begin at 3 o'clock tomorrow local time with our bronze medal match between London GD and Dublin City Handball, followed by the final between Warrington Wolves and Dublin International. I hope you enjoyed semi-finals day here at the British and Irish League. We'll be back, of course, on the BBC Sport website with the finals day. I hope you'll join me then. For today, from me, Chris O'Reilly, that's it. Enjoy your evening and take care.